So, you know, the word igneous is derived from the word. This igneous word is the Greek word, and it is derived from the ignea. Ignea means fire, no? So, because your igneous rock is the
Also,
product of magma, it is the product of magma, or you can say it is the product of lava, and your magma and lava is basically formed when very high temperature has been in the mantle, and the solid rock will partially melt because of the high temperature. So this is molten material of the solid rock. So because of the high temperature, this magma has been produced, and after the crystallization of magma and lava, your igneous rock has been formed. So some people claim, some igneous professor claim that this ignea word or igneous word is derived from the word agni, and agni means agna,
fire.
fire. So they claim that the origin of the word igneous is from Sanskrit. Agni is the word of Sanskrit word. And you people know about the petrology. The word petrology is come from the Petra. Petra means rock.
Rock.
Hmm. So igneous rock means ki igneous rock is basically, and it is a very primary rock. No, it is formed from the magma, so it is very primary rock. So all the other rocks has been derived from the igneous rock, because when igneous rock has been exposed on the surface, so because of the weathering and erosion, sediments has been produced from the igneous rock, and from the sediment you will get sedimentary rock. And when igneous rock or secondary sedimentary rock will got metamorphosed under the condition of high pressure and temperature, then both the rocks has been converted into metamorphic rocks. So your metamorphic rock and sedimentary rock are secondary rocks. They are basically produced from the primary igneous rocks. So now come to see something about the magma. Your magma is nothing but it is the melt. It is the molten material melt, and basically it is liquid in nature, and some gases is dissolved in this magma in the melt. What are those gases? Your gases are basically water vapor and carbon dioxide. Some sulfur and fluorine and chlorine gases also there, and some solid crystals also in this melt in the magma. Solid crystals. So your melt is basically mixture of liquid, gases, and solid crystals. So your magma, it has a range of it it has a range of composition. A range of composition. So because of the compositional range, compositional variation, your magma is divided into three types, three major types. What are those three magma types? Your mafic magma and your felsic magma, and whatever located between mafic and felsic is your intermediate magma. So your mafic magma is also called basaltic magma, and your felsic magma is also called
Rhyolite.
rhyolitic magma. And what is intermediate magma?
Andesitic.
Andesitic is the intermediate magma. Okay. So, our magma is silicate melt. Our magma is silicate melt. So I told you ki our igneous rock is basically formed by the silicate minerals. So that's why we call silicate mineral as a rock forming mineral.
Rock forming minerals.
So you will get here uh, our Bowen reaction series basically produces igneous rocks. Okay. So your Bowen reaction series have all three kinds of magmas. Your Bowen reaction series is the very good representation of magma, all types of magma. So suppose this is your Bowen reaction series: olivine, pyroxene, amphibole, and biotite. And here you have calcium. Sorry, here you have plagioclase. Here at the top you will get calcium plagioclase, and at the bottom here you will get sodium plagioclase. Then K feldspar, then biotite, and then muscovite, and then quartz. Okay, this is your muscovite. So here, these are the minerals, different minerals that crystallize on different crystallization temperature. And you can see here all the minerals here in the Bowen extension series is silicate minerals. Okay. So what it means ki you are basically silicate minerals found in the magma in the melt form, and when this magma upon cooling, during cooling, it will create different kinds of igneous rocks, because here your magma is, which is represented by this Bowen extension series, it has all three kinds of magmas: mafic, intermediate, and felsic. Now see where your mafic magma has been located. Your mafic magma has been located at the top of the Bowen extension series. So your mafic magma has been formed basically with the help of olivine, pyroxene, and amphibole, and some top level high temperature calcium plagioclase. So these minerals will produce, these minerals is called mafic minerals, and when this mafic mineral is found in any rock, then that called mafic rocks. So what are the example of mafic rocks? Your gabbro and basalt. Your gabbro is plutonic, basalt is volcanic. And with the help of these minerals, you will get intermediate rock, which is your these are the intermediate level minerals, and they produce intermediate level rocks, which is your andesite as a volcanic rock, andesite as a volcanic, and diorite as a plutonic. So these are chemically equivalent. Mineralogically, they are same. And your lower minerals will they are called felsic minerals. And after crystallization of these minerals, you will create felsic rock. And what are those felsic rocks? Granite as a plutonic and rhyolite as a volcanic. So as you move down from top to bottom in the Bowen extension series, you are basically increasing in silica content. Okay, your silica content has been increasing as you go down from top to bottom, and your iron magnesium content has been decreasing, and your sodium and potassium content increasing.
Increases.
So what implicates these things? It implicates कि your mafic mineral is rich in iron magnesium, poor in silica content, also poor in sodium and potassium. But your felsic mineral is rich in silica, poor in iron magnesium, and also rich in sodium and potassium. So through this, with the help of this Bowen extension series, you can understand the composition of mafic and felsic minerals. And what located in between, it is your intermediate magma. So and another thing is that when you move down from top to bottom, you are basically decreasing in temperature. Na? At the top, you have high temperature minerals, high temperature crystallizing minerals. And as you move down, your magma is upon cooling. So here you have lower temperature minerals. So what it means? Your mafic mineral is high temperature mineral, and your felsic mineral is low temperature mineral. So generally, the temperature range of mafic mineral is your 1000 to 1200 degrees Celsius, and intermediate magma temperature is 800 to 1000 degrees Celsius, and your felsic magma temperature is 650 to 800 degree Celsius. Okay, so as your magma, suppose this is your magma which has been producing after partial melting of mantle. So this magma have all the minerals which is found in the Bowen extension series. Okay, from olivine to quartz, or from calcium plagioclase to quartz, because we have two series, olivine to quartz and calcium plagioclase to quartz. ऐसा ही है ना? Olivine से quartz and calcium plagioclase से quartz. So this magma has all the minerals from which has been mentioned in the Bowen extension series. So upon cooling of this magma, which mineral will crystallize first? Which mineral will crystallize first?
Olivine.
Olivine from this side. And which mineral crystallize first from this side? Your calcium plagioclase. Okay, then which mineral will crystallize? Pyroxene will crystallize. And here your calcium sodium will crystallize. Then which mineral crystallize? Amphibole will crystallize. And parallelly
Yes, sir.
your calcium sodium plagioklase will crystallize. Then your biotite will crystallize. Then parallelly now your sodium calcium will हो जाएगा ना, sodium calcium
Yes,
plagioklase.
sir.
And here
Alkali calcium.
then you will get pure calcium also here. Sorry, pure sodium also. So your calcium rich plagioklase will crystallize along with the olivine, pyroxene and some amphibole. This is calcic plagioklase, or you can say calcium plagioklase, which is basically your anorthite. Okay. And थोड़ा सा less calcic क्या होगा? Anorthite से less calcic? Bitonite, no? And here along with the biotite and some amphibole, and as well as also with the K feldspar, you will get sodium plagioklase. This is called albite. Or you can get more calcic, which is your albite, then oligoclase, no?
Oligoclase.
And then finally you will get muscovite as well as quartz. So with the help of this Bowen Dixon series, now we can infer कि in mafic rock, suppose we have gabbro and basalt, which mineral will you get? Which mineral supposed to get in these two rocks, in these mafic rocks?
Olivine or pyroxene?
Generally
Pyroxene plagioklase.
plagioklase, pyroxene, amphibole and some olivine and plagioklase. And which
Yes,
plagioklase
yes,
especially?
yes.
Which plagioklase especially? Calcium rich plagioklase.
Calcium
Plagioklase.
Okay. And
Calcium plagioklase.
and which minerals you supposed to get in intermediate rock? Suppose for example your andesite and diorite. Which mineral supposed to get? You will get
Biotite,
here amphibole,
Amphibole, biotite.
biotite
and sodium
Sodium
plagioklase.
plagioklase.
and
Plagioklase.
not sodium, calcium plus sodium both.
Calcium plus sodium.
Yes.
And what suppose which mineral you supposed to get in felsic rocks? Suppose granite and rhyolite. Which mineral you supposed to get here?
Mm.
K feldspar,
Quartz,
Yes,
feldspar, muscovite,
quartz, muscovite, some biotite भी मिल
Muscovite
सकता है, थोड़ा बड़ा biotite भी मिल जाएगा. Mainly you have K feldspar, quartz and plagioklase भी मिलेगा. कौन सा plagioklase मिलेगा यहाँ पे? Sodic plagioklase.
Sodium.
Sodic plagioklase. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
And now there is a one more kind of magma, which is the basically variety of mafic magma that is called ultramafic magma.
Mafic.
So your mafic magma is basically rich in iron and magnesium and poor in silica. ठीक है? But rich in iron and magnesium. And in mafic rock you also get plagioklase, calcium plagioklase. But suppose when you will have no plagioklase at all in the mafic rock and you have a very high amount of iron and magnesium, then your mafic magma is converted into ultramafic. What do you mean by ultra? Ultra मतलब suppose there is a
बहुत ज्यादा.
जैसे कोई rich है तो उसको बोलते हैं ultra rich. Yeah, if there is a very handsome boy, then we can say it is a very ultra handsome or ultra beautiful girl, isn't it? So
Yes, sir.
ultra means love
More than
more mafic, ultra mafic, more. So when you have no plagioklase or very little plagioklase, no plagioklase or extremely low or very little plagioklase, and you have mainly mafic minerals, which is your olivine and pyroxene and amphibole. So if your rock is mainly made up of olivine, pyroxene and amphibole and no plagioklase or very rare, very less plagioklase, then those rock is called ultramafic rock.
ultramafic.
So ultramafic rock is formed with the help of olivine, pyroxene and amphibole, hornblende.
Amphiboles.
These three minerals will basically form ultramafic rocks. No plagioclase at all. ठीक है, or very less plagioclase. ठीक है, because mafic mineral is also called mafic
वॉइस
mineral.
क्लियर आ रही है क्या?
हाँ सर, वॉइस तो क्लियर है. वॉइस आप लोगों को क्लियर है ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
समझ में आ रहा है?
यस सर. ओके सर.
So your mafic minerals are basically, it is also called, because your mafic mineral is rich in iron and magnesium, so it is also called ferromagnesium. Ferromagnesium minerals. So your ferromagnesium minerals. So your ultramafic rock is very much rich in ferromagnesium minerals. Okay, and your plagioclase is basically alumina mineral, aluminium rich mineral. Plagioclase is aluminium rich minerals along with calcium, sodium, and potassium. But basically, plagioclase is alumina rich rock. So when your aluminium is very less in any rock, alumina rich minerals is very less in any rock, then it is called ultramafic rock. So your so what is the example of ultramafic rock? Can anyone give an example of ultramafic rock? Which rock?
Pyroxenite.
Peridotite. Peridotite and pyroxenite. So peridotite and pyroxenite is your plutonic rock. This rock is the example of plutonic, and comatite is the example of ultramafic example of volcanic rock. Okay. So your peridotite is basically a group of rocks. Okay. What other rocks has been in peridotite? Your dunite and leherzolite, Hertzbergite, Wehrlite. ठीक है. Websterite under the pyroxenite. Websterite.
Yes, sir.
So we will learn all these things in IUG's classification of igneous rocks. So till then, is there any doubt, any question from your side?
No, sir. Sir, सर जैसे कि आपने कहा कि मैग्मा सिलिकेट मेल्ट है, तो मेरे को थोड़ा डिफरेंस जानना है सर. और मिनरल मतलब और मैग्मा, और भी तो हाइड्रोथर्मल फ्लूइड और मैग्मा से ही फॉर्म होता होगा, तो उसका और इसका थोड़ा डिफरेंस, कंफ्यूजन हो रहा था.
और क्या बोल रहे हैं? हाँ, क्या बोल रही हो कविता? Do you want to know difference between?
जैसे कि तो जैसे कि मैग्मा आपने कहा कि पूरा सिलिकेट मिनरल है, तो और में तो शायद सिलिकेट नहीं होता होगा, तो फिर उस मैग्मा इस मैग्मा में क्या डिफरेंस है सर?
और कोई मैग्मा थोड़े होता है यार. और इज द accumulation of some hydrothermal fluids. So what's happened when some economic metals, some important metals like gold, silver, copper, lead, and zinc, when these metals has been dissolved in the melt in the hydrothermal fluid water, then when it will be deposited in a very concentrated amount along with the other silicate rocks, then it is called ore. So your ore mineral, the ore minerals are not silicate minerals, no? They are oxide or sulfide or sulfate.
Yes, sir.
और कोई मैग्मा थोड़े होता है. So your fluid is not a part of magma, but it is derived from the melt. It is derived from the melt, basically. It is a liquid part. I told you, na, ki your magma is mixture of liquid as well as some gases, some vapors. So the vapor which is found in the magma, the additional things which is found in along with the silicate melt, your vapor, which is water, which is converted into liquid form after cooling from vapor to liquid. वेपर कब होता है? जब हाई टेम्परेचर में तो वेपर होता है ना लिक्विड, और जब वेपर को आप कूल डाउन करोगे तो इट विल कन्वर्टेड इनटू लिक्विड. तो ऑल द एडिशनल वाटर H2O or CO2 or other fluids are in the form of vapor in the molten magma at a very high temperature. But when your magma has been cooling down, so upon cooling down, during cooling, your all the vapor has been converted into liquid. So it is found in a very later stage, at the very end stage, upon cooling up during cooling of the magma. So at the very later stage in the magma, you have a very huge amount of water. So this water is called hydrothermal fluid, because हाइड्रो मतलब वाटर, थर्मल मतलब टेम्परेचर, फ्लूइड होता है वो, तो उसको हाइड्रोथर्मल बोलते हैं, बिकॉज द वाटर इज वेरी हाई टेम्परेचर वाटर इज देयर. So that the you know your water is a very good, it has a very good dissolving power ना. पानी किसी भी चीज को डिसॉल्व कर देता है. पानी के अंदर खोलने की कैपेसिटी होती है, डिसॉल्व करने की कैपेसिटी होती है. और जब गर्म पानी हो तो और डिसॉल्व कर देगा वो, तुम भी डिसॉल्व हो जाओगे, कूद जाओगे अगर गर्म पानी में तो. सो एवरीथिंग हैज बीन डिसॉल्व, melted down in the very hot water. So what's happened ki your water, your metals like sodium, potassium, gold, copper, platinum, so not platinum, thorium, uranium, zinc, lead, all these metals are basically dissolved onto that particular hydrothermal fluid. So when your hydrothermal fluid left after crystallization of all the minerals, and at the end of when quartz has been crystallized, then all the later fluids which is as a remain, जो बचा रहता है बाद में fluid after the crystallization of all the minerals, तो वो फिर मूव करता है along with the, जहाँ से भी उसको पास करने का जगह मिले, क्रैक से, फ्रैक्चर से. सो इसीलिए जितना भी हाइड्रोथर्मल फ्लूइड होता है, डिपॉजिट होता है, वो क्वार्ट्ज वेन के साथ मिलता है, क्वार्ट के साथ मिलता है, क्योंकि क्वार्ट सबसे लास्ट में क्रिस्टलाइज होता है. ठीक है ना. तो तो लास्ट में बहुत ज्यादा फ्लूइड बच जाता है, हाइड्रोथर्मल फ्लूइड. सो योर क्वार्ट्ज, यू विल गेट द डिफरेंट गोल्ड डिपॉजिट्स एंड कॉपर डिपॉजिट्स along with the quartz vein or quartz deposits, or along with the quartz reefs. Very bigger size veins of the quartz is called quartz reefs, जिसका डायमीटर, इसकी विथ जो है ये 25 फीट या 25 मीटर, 50 मीटर चौड़ा उसका वो होता है, विथ होता है, और लंबाई 100 मीटर, 50 मीटर इतनी लंबी होती है वो रीफ. So whenever you visit the Bundelkhand town, you will see a large number of quartz reefs are there. ठीक है. So you will get so many hydrothermal fluid, hydrothermal ore deposits along with the quartz vein. So that is the reason behind कि यहाँ से मैं एक बात बता दूं आपको कि as you move down from top to bottom, your water vapor has been increasing ना, fluid has been increasing. So what it means,
yes sir.
what it means कि your mafic mineral, your mafic mineral has a very less amount of gases or water, but your felsic magma is
La
is rich in fluid.
in water.
वाटर कह लो या वेपर कह लो या गैसेस कह लो. तो योर फेल्सिक मैग्मा इज बेसिकली रिच इन वाटर and your mafic magma is very poor or very less in water and gases. So poor in gases and they are rich in gases. So now can you tell me कि suppose अगर कोई explosion हो रहा है, कोई volcanic eruption है, this is the volcano. So यहाँ पे volcanic eruption हो रहा है, तो suppose कि इस वोल्केनो से बसाल्टिक मैग्मा आ रहा है. अगर बसाल्ट आ रहा है और यहाँ पे भी एक एक्सप्लोजन हो रहा है, तो द वोल्केनो मेल्ट हैज बीन कमिंग आउट फ्रॉम दिस वोल्केनो, और यहाँ से सपोज फेल्सिक मैग्मा आ रहा है. सो कौन सा वोल्केनो ज़्यादा एक्सप्लोसिव होगा? 1 नंबर और 2 नंबर. विच वोल्केनो इज मोर एक्सप्लोसिव इन नेचर?
Second.
फेल्सिक मैग्मा हैव very much
More
explosive,
explosive.
very explosive character.
Yes,
ठीक है,
sir.
क्योंकि these water vapors are coming out from this vent from this volcano at a very high pressure ना, वेपर क्या करता है, प्रेशर क्रिएट करता है ना,
Yes, sir.
तो सडनली जब वेपर
Yes, sir.
रिलीज होगा तो इट विल बी वेरी एक्सप्लोसिव काइंड ऑफ वेट। तो सही रहा ये वाली क्लास, मजा आया आप लोगों को?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
थोड़ा
sir.
फास्ट, मैं फास्ट इसलिए किया
Yes,
क्योंकि
sir.
ये सब चीज़ें तो पता है आप लोगों को, इसलिए मैंने बहुत तेजी से इसको निपटा दिया। उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप लोगों को समझ
Okay,
में
sir.
आया होगा। क्यों हेमांगी, सही लगा तुम्हें, समझ में आया?